Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's January 10th. It's a little bit later in the day. It's about 10 after 7. Normally I do these, 5:30, 6 o'clock. Wednesday mornings are tough for me. I feel like I'm wedging the video in on Wednesdays, and the reason is at 7:30 on Wednesdays, that's the day every week that I pull our headquarters staff together and we go through all the topics that reach across the company. So we go through any major events coming up. We go through all our hiring decisions. Where are we with all our recruiting? We normally have 10 to 20 slots we're trying to fill. Where are we on those recruiting efforts? We go through our contracts. We go through our period of performances. We go through our funding, how much is left. We go through all our security issues, all our HR issues, all of our IT issues. All that happens from 7:30 to 8:30 every Wednesday, and it keeps us tight. Today's particularly busy because we have probably somewhere close to 50 of the FBI leadership team coming in here. They're going to do every 10 weeks, they do a planning session, and this is the first one. They wanted to come into our headquarters, so their money helped us build it, so we make our main conference room on all our facilities available to them or to any of our clients. So it's to me, it's like a marketing effort. It's better than any commercial or advertising I could buy to bring their leadership into our facility and sit here and see us and see what they've helped us create is a fantastic thing. So I'll give you a quick garage update. I mean, the garage is pretty much done. We got the lifts moved yesterday. The contractor did a fabulous job, better than anything I could have expected. They moved the lift, they re-drilled the holes, they poured concrete into the old holes, and then they poured the floor back over the holes. You cannot tell where those lifts were. It's an amazing thing. They did way better than I imagined, so I couldn't be happier with it. I'll put a video together of that tonight. And then while they were working last night, they did work till maybe 7:30, and so I was in there with them, and I got kind of moved in. All the workbenches are cleared, all the tools are in, so I've got a few things to assemble, like moving work trays, tool trays that slide under the car when you got them on the lift. But by and large, one more day, 2 more days, and we'll be ready to do decorating. So I'm going to put up a huge American flag. I'll put up the merch that I've been buying from Street Speed 717, from Guitarmageddon, from InShane Designs, from Troy Sowers. I mean, if they have merch, I've been trying to buy it so we can put it up. The other one is Kevin Van Voris. So if you know of sites that have great merch and it's important to you, let me know. We'll kind of make the garage a bit of a montage of the YouTube world that surrounds us. So really, the only other garage update I have for you is I talked to Shane at InShane last night. The Viper is pretty much complete, and so being Wednesday, I don't know if I can go get it this Saturday, but either this Saturday or next Saturday, we will get up and we'll pick it up and bring it home. So it'll come back into the garage. It'll come back into our vlogs, and then I think when I take the trailer up, I trailer everything on the freeways. If we're gonna beat these cars up, let's do it on a racetrack. I don't want to do it through just day-to-day transportation. So that's why I get them protected up with chains, and then we trailer them to keep it off the freeway. So since I have an empty trailer going up, I think we'll take the Camaro, we'll take our ZL1 1LE up, and I think we're going to get it wrapped. We're going to get wrapped either in satin or matte, and then we'll get a ceramic coating put over that, and that way the car will be fully protected and still look kind of vicious. I understand the whole matte versus satin versus gloss is like a religious debate. Putting a ceramic coating over the wrap is another one. I just feel like double protecting these cars is the right thing to do. They are kind of apex hunters, museum pieces almost. So you'll see me take the Demon up, the Trackhawk up, the Challenger up. Eventually we'll get all the cars fully protected as the year goes by. So the other one is there's a car show coming up in PA. The Viper is going to be a showpiece at that car show. We'll be in Shane's or in Shane's Designs tent. We'll be the prime spot for them. It'll advertise our YouTube channel, and it will advertise Shane's ability to work on those kind of cars. So as soon as I get more details, I think it's February 18th and 19th, I'll get more details and get them to you through the channel. But that will be our kind of our coming out party, and let people know that we exist and that we own these kind of vehicles, and start doing some collaborations with some of the bigger YouTubers. Gosh, so I'm gonna switch away from cars now. I'm gonna talk to you about one business item today. I've kind of run through all the topics I'd written down a few weeks ago about from the business perspective. So I'm now into answering your questions or putting things together where you're asking to hear more about a certain subject. So please, if you like these vlogs, start to ask me more questions, ask for more details. Where do you want these things to go from here? Responding to you is a huge part of what I'm trying to do here. So we may or may not have enough material for 5 or 6 of these every week. Here in another week or two, we might exhaust that. That will largely be dictated on what you want to see. But my one topic today is, I had to go through an epiphany a few years ago about this shit does not get easier, okay? I was really angry about that, and it was holding me back for a few years. And in 2013, 2014, I started to go through this transformation of truly understanding that, at 50 years old and 25 years in the business and 20 years running the company, this shit is not any easier now than it was when I started it. And so I'll tell you now, at 53, with 32 years in the business and 24 years running DHA, today, sitting in front of you, I've become comfortable with the concept that it's not any easier this year than the year I created the company. It's not any easier than the second year or third year. And it's not going to get easier. It doesn't matter what size we get to. It doesn't matter what level of staff or revenue we get to. The burden of the company's success, the burden of our momentum, the burden of our growth, the burden of our profitability still rests on me. Now, other people take action items and do it, but when things really get hard, I have to get engaged. And so what I try to teach my leadership team is something I'm going to say to you, and that is, you have to be comfortable. You have to find a way to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to grow comfortable knowing that your 5th year is going to be just as hard as your 1st year. In totally different ways, you'll face totally different challenges, but it is still very hard. And that was something that I didn't realize. It took me 22 years to have that epiphany. Then it took me another few years to deal with it. But I sit here before you today on this video telling you I've become comfortable always having action items, always having things sitting on me. I've become comfortable being a 24-year CEO who still works 8 to 10 hours every day, 5 to 6 days a week. And that's just part of what this business takes. And so I would just ask you to really ponder that thought and think inside you. And are you lying to yourself? Are you saying to yourself, it'll be easier in the summer, it'll be easier this fall, it will be easier next year? And I'll tell you that I did that for years. And I counsel my team here that's kind of lying to yourself, and I would try to move away from that thinking. And instead of thinking it'll be easier, start thinking about, how can I get comfortable with this load on me? Or how do I reduce the load so that I can sustain it? This is a marathon we're involved in, a multi-year, multi-decade marathon. And you just need to be comfortable with that. And there's there's emotion to that, right? You get angry about it, then you get sad about it, then you get depressed about it, then you get determined about it, then you start to take action and deal with it. And so that, for me, that took a few years to work through that. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're in that process somewhere, or you're having that epiphany. If you haven't had it, really think about it. If you've had it and you're still dealing with it, try to push on. That's really all I have for you today, is just try to get comfortable knowing that you're going to be uncomfortable no matter what phase of the company or work you're in. So as always, please ask me questions. Please push back. Please, where do you want to go from here? Where does this video series lead you? Where do you want me to take it over the next few weeks? You guys have a great Wednesday, and I'll do a garage vlog later tonight. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.